Hi there, I'm Dave and I'm a Green Schools travel officer. I'm just about to head out for a cycle here today, but before I do, there are a few safety checks that I need to do to make sure I have as much fun as I can. There are 4 checks that you should do each time you go cycling, and they are your helmet, your clothes, your bike, and the conditions. What's the weather like, and what is the condition of the roads that you will be cycling on? We'll start with the helmet. You should be able to put exactly 2 fingers between your eyebrows and the helmet. An easy way to tell if the straps are on right is that you should see a letter Y. Here you see a letter V, so you need to pull the strap up a little bit more. To make sure that your helmet is on tight enough but not too tight, you should be able to put your thumb between the strap and your chin. The final check is that the helmet should not move when you shake your head. The second check we're going to do today is whether you're wearing the right clothes for going cycling. I always wear a high-vis vest because it's got reflective strips to reflect the lights from cars at night time, but also nice bright colours so that even during the daytime you'll be seen much sooner. Wear a raincoat and waterproof trousers when it's raining. In cold weather, wear a warm coat and gloves. Beware of items of clothing that might get caught in the wheels or the pedals, such as a scarf or the strap from your bag. Make sure that your shoelaces are tied up properly. Never hang bags from your handlebars as you might lose your balance. Don't wear headphones as you won't be able to hear anything around you. So now that we've done that, we can move on to checking that the bike is in proper working order. I'm going to show you a nice simple check, and it's called the M check because it makes the shape of a letter M. We'll start the M check with the back wheel. Find out if it is fixed securely to the bike. If it wobbles from side to side, tighten the bolt here. Check all the spokes on the back wheel. These help to keep the wheel round, so you don't want any to be broken or missing. Next we'll check the tyre pressure. You can use your fingers to see that it's not too soft, or use a special bike pump to check the exact amount of pressure that's in the tyre. The required air pressure will be indicated on the tyre. After checking the air pressure, you should check the tread on your tyre to make sure that it's not too worn. Tread is what helps the tyre to grip the road. Here are 2 old tyres with worn tread that can no longer grip the road. This happens when tyres have been used a lot or when you've been pulling too many skids. Tyres will last longer if you take care of them. Next, you should check your brake pads for wear. These have a wear line written on them, and the one on the left here has been worn beyond the line, but the one on the right hand side still has a bit of wear left to go. Finally, make sure that the wheel spins around easily. Now follow the M shape up to the saddle. Make sure that this is fastened nice and securely and not raised above the displayed line. If you're a beginner cyclist, the right saddle height is at hip height, where both feet can be on the ground. More experienced cyclists may prefer to be on their toes. Now follow your M shape back down to the chain. You can clean this with an old toothbrush and apply a small bit of oil, but not too much because it will attract dust. Next, check that the pedals are in good condition and that they can spin around easily independently of the cranks on both sides. If the pedals make a knocking sound when you rotate them, they may need to be repaired. The M shape goes back up now to the handlebars. These shouldn't move without the front wheel moving. You can check that these are fixed at the right angle by tracing the capital letter T. Find out which brake lever works the front brake and the back brake, and pull on them one by one to make sure they stop the bike. For your brake levers to be working safely, they need to be firm and responsive. If you can't fit at least 2 fingers between your lever and the handlebar, your brakes need to be tightened. Finally, the M check comes back to the front wheel to check the tyre pressure, all of the spokes, make sure that the bolt attaching the wheel to the fork is secure, and that the treads are in good condition. When you've done your M check, you should check the weather conditions before going cycling. You probably know how long it takes you to stop when the weather is dry. But did you know that it can take you up to twice as long to stop when the ground is wet? And did you know it can take you up to 10 times as long to stop if there is snow or ice on the ground? When it's windy, it can be harder to hear traffic around you and to keep control over your bike. The The next thing to consider is the surface of the roads. Will you be cycling on a smooth surface or on a rough surface? Avoid cycling on broken glass or any other surfaces that might cause damage to your tyres. Beware of sudden drops at the side of the road, and if you need to cycle over these, do it at a right angle. Be careful if cycling through leaves or mud, as these can be very slippy. So that's it guys, all 4 of our safety checks done now. I'm off on my trip. Happy cycling!